Hello, and this is the Real Agent P, and I'm coming back at you with a little bit of a different kind of video today. I am going over my wish list for Season 3. What I'm going to be going over is kind of some mechanics changes that I would like to see, some things that I think they could do to spice up the game a little bit without really changing characters too much. Some specific character changes for characters that I know very well, and the list of characters that I think would be cool in this game. So let's jump right into those mechanics changes. As far as mechanics changes go, one of the big things that I could really see helping out Season 3 is a nerf to snapbacks. Because if, you know, with snapbacks, they always come in same height, same time. So you got that whole timing down of, okay, I'm going to snap these guys back, and then, you know, go into whatever, you know, pressure I want to go into. I can snap, and come in, and they're automatically in a Dragon Rush. You know, I'm not really great at snapback pressure, but I have been caught in this blender before where it's just snapping, pressure, 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 pressure. You know, it's really, really hard to get out of. Some people are better at it than others. My team, like 21's actually got some decent snapback pressure if you do it right, because her 6M actually reaches high enough that if it's timed right, you know, you can go right into some really crazy stuff if you have assist calls and stuff like that. So, but you know, like I said, I'm not great at snapback pressure, but I know that it's something that kind of needs taken care of, and a way to take care of it would be to simply change the timing. Rufalmonger made a really good point with this, is, you know, if you can just change this timing, and it's not going to be by big. Like, I'm not saying, like, change it by a lot, but give it a 4-frame window either way. So, like, when you're coming in, if you're on the defensive, you're getting snapped back in. If you want to come in a little bit quicker, hold forward. Just hold forward. That's all you have to do. I'm going to say you come in 4 frames quicker than what you normally would. If you want to come in a little slower and kind of throw that timing off, hold back. And you'll come in 4 frames slower than you normally would. So there's an 8-frame window there of between quick snap in and slow snap in. I think that would be a good way to deal with the loop here, and, you know, everything that can be done off of it, without really taking it out, and without really, you know, nerfing the whole concept of it too much. So I think that's one mechanic change that can be taken into account that would really help the game. And for the second mechanic change that I think would help is giving variable assists. Now again, a lot of people have said this, but, you know, I think it would work really well. So, you know, 21's assist is that right now, which is a perfectly good assist. It's perfectly good. There is nothing wrong with this assist. You know, someone like Janimba is kind of considered to have a bad assist because it's slow to start up. It does track, so I mean, so it doesn't really matter where you are. The tracking's not great, so it's not gonna like be perfect, but it can be super dashed through. It can be reflected. It's not really good on block strings. So I think what would help him is, instead of like his key blast assist, change it to that, where you can do basically the light version of his slash. Now maybe nerf the range, because you don't need to be assisting from that far, or, you know, maybe not nerf the range, just maybe have it be, you know, that kind of an assist, because that's, you know, beams can reach full screen. So, and I think that would give it give him a chance to play maybe a little bit higher end play, because they're looking at his assist now and going, okay, well, it's not something that can be reflected through. You actually have to block it. You know, it doesn't need to be like the medium or anything where it wall bounces. I mean, if you want to go that crazy, go ahead and do it, but I think just his light demonic slash, just change it to that. You know, and I think that would be a perfectly good secondary assist for him. And you know, someone like that's not what I meant to do. Someone like Yamcha here, you know, he's got a good assist with the Wolfang Fist. But that doesn't mean that he couldn't have like a Gale Claws assist that kind of vacuums him up, so you can get like some re-jump stuff, or you know, a little bit different combo res for him. And then of course, you know, our little bald boy here, he's got the rock. So I mean, like this is just a terrible assist. Everybody knows this is a terrible assist. And I'm not even saying like giving him a beam. I think if you're gonna give him a beam, you need to do something like this. You give him a beam where he jumps up and then fires, because that can give you some screen control and make it that slow too. I mean, like that. So that way he has to like jump up. So it's not just a boom, quick beam. It's a beam, or even give him the solar flare. So that way when he's in the middle, you know, keep the stun and everything the same. I think it would be a really cool way to make his assist better. And then like Goku Blue, you know, he's got the where is it? This one. He's got the dive kick, and dive kick's not that great. Give him the shoulder. Give him the shoulder as one, so he can come in, shoulder, boom, problem solved. So I think giving people secondary assists and not just being like, oh, they all need a beam, because I mean, you can give Yamcha his secondary assist to be the beam. You know, Krillin's secondary assist to be a beam. And I think if you get too many beams in the game, then it's just going to kind of ruin that whole balance. So there are ways to make secondary assists that are going to be usable, and people are going to start looking at characters in a different light. Because like, yeah, Krillin's considered one of the worst characters in the game. Because yeah, he's got stubby normals. I mean, his medium's pretty good. That's about his only really saving grace is his 5M. And he's got some really crazy combos. His Ki blasts are really good. Like, his Ki blast game is really good. He's got one of the better beams in the game. I mean, the fact that you can sit there and charge it, you can hold it and move around a little bit. You know, he's a good. He's not a terrible character, but what really gets it is the assist. This is just terrible, and it kind of goes the same way for Janemba here, man. It's just the assists aren't the greatest. So that's the second change I would like to see, and I think that's really it for mechanical changes. You know, just kind of nerf the snapback a little bit and give some secondary assists. Alright, and now for things that I think that specific characters that you know, basically my team here, could really need. And as for 21, you know, she doesn't need a whole lot. Like, her tools are actually really good. Like, her Ki blasts are all really good. Her 2M recovers, or 2H, sorry. Her 2H recovers a little slow, her 2M recovers a little slow. You know, maybe speed that up just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit, like 2-frame recovery or something would be great. But all in all, I think she's a pretty complete package. There's not a whole lot I can think of with her to really buff her without making her completely broken. Now Janemba, on the other hand, Janemba needs a little work, because his recovery on whiff and on some of these moves are just terrible. So we're gonna bring this up here. So he's minus 47 on whiff on that. He's minus 37 there. You know, minus 20. So I mean, plus 2 there. Minus 2 there on a minus 2 on a medium. Minus 2 on a come on. And that is one of the biggest things that bugs me. You can't go light, medium, down heavy because the medium pushes you too far back for the down heavy to connect. And look how close I am to Krillin. Like, I even scooted forward there. That is the absolute closest that you can be, the farthest that you can be. Because I mean, yeah, it has great vertical range. Man, the horizontal range on that, on Janemba's 2H is terrible. So give him just a little bit more range. Not much. I'm not asking for much. But when you're standing this close and you're whipping a 2H, it's terrible. I mean, the boy here knows how it feels, right? But, you know, when you're talking about Janemba, and he's got big normals, and he's a big character, like he's 2 Krillins. This dude is 2 Krillins, and his 2H can't hit from there. They can't hit from here. Like, you can even see it kind of like going through his fists a little bit. So, like, just expand the hitbox forward just a touch. And I'm not even saying, like, much, but it should be able to, 2H should be able to hit from here. With this, the way that his 2H is working, it should be able to hit from here. And just make the recovery on his moves just a little less negative. I mean, it's like they're not fast moves in any chance. They're just not fast moves. So just make the recovery just a little bit quicker, because you pretty much got to wait until that sword is completely gone and he's back standing in neutral there before you can even do anything. So just reduce the recovery frames and give him just a little bit more 2H. I think that would really do a world of good for Janemba, because I mean, his 5LL, that's fantastic. Because that's quick, you know? That's a 19, or that's 20 frames. 19 if you're actually a little farther away. Which is weird. Yeah, so it's 19 right on the edge of his tail. 19 frames, so that's quick. Like I catch people a lot with this, where I whip that first L, and I'm able to get him with that second one. So, you know, he's got some real sauce that I think just tweak those numbers a little bit, give him a better 2H. I think he's great. Cooler. His tail has a hurt box. I know his tail has a hurt box. Like, his tail has to have a hurt box. That's all there is to it. So maybe just like reduce the hurt box on his tail to where you can't get like tipped for doing. You can't get like 2H for going here, from going from this range. That, there, see? The fact that he can do that he can get 2H by Krillin from the very tip of his range. So the fact that you can get 2H'd from this far away is just ridiculous. So maybe tweak the hurt box on his tail a little bit, and fix that issue. And now the part that everyone's been waiting for. What is the real Agent P's character wish list? And I can tell you, first and foremost, top 2 on my list, Roshi and Raditz. I have wanted Master Roshi in this game since day 1. I feel like he maybe should have been in this game since day 1. I don't care if he's old school Dragon Ball Roshi. I don't care if he's Jackie Chun. And I don't care if he's like Tournament of Power Roshi. I don't care. I just want Roshi in this game. I want my old perverted turtle hermit in this game. Because I will love him. Even if he's a terrible character, I will totally run him. More than likely on my second team. And then Raditz, I just like him. I like Raditz. I think that he would be a fun character. I don't know if he would be a good character, but I really just think that Raditz would be a fun character. So those are my two. And we know that there's going to be at least 4 characters, but more than likely there's going to be 6 characters in this season as well. With UI Goku already taking up 1 spot, I would really, really love to see Roshi and Raditz finally get into this game. So if we're saying one other character for this game, I think Deborah would be really cool. You know, he would have some really cool, like, capture states, I think. So, like, give him a spit move where he spits and then they're turned to stone. So kind of like the way that Krillin's Solar Flare works here, where it stuns him for a while. But maybe, like, actually, like, you know, convertible off of, because you can't really do anything except for vanish off of Solar Flare, and even then, you have to really know what you're doing to get anything off of it. So maybe make it kind of like his Solar Flare, where it's a capture state. And I mean, if that's one of his special moves, or it could even be like his quarter circle back S, so that way, you know, it's that motion right there. So it's a lot like Krillin's Solar Flare, to where it just he spits and kind of stone for a second and then come back. I think that would be a really cool way of doing him. Now, and if it's only 4 characters, those are the 4 that I'd like to see. Obviously, we got UI Goku, Roshi, Raditz, and Deborah. For 2 that I think would be also really good, Kefla. I mean, come on. Kefla is gonna more than likely be in this season. That's season 2 as well. Kefla has to be in it. Kefla has to be in it. But I really think that season 3, Kefla has to be in season 3. I mean, the female Broly from another universe. That would just be so cool to run Z Broly, Super Broly, and female Broly all on one team. I think it'd be a really neat team. She's got some ridiculous moves that you can pull from. And I know that, like, Globku made a whole video on, like, possible move lists for these characters. So, yeah, you can go check out his channel and look at it and see what he thinks for those characters, Deborah and Kefla. He's actually done one for each. Okay, so aside from Khalifa, another character, so we got 6 coming in. Another character that I think would be kind of remiss to not be in here, Lord Slug. Nah, I'm joking. Nobody wants Lord Slug in this game. Omega Shenron, obviously, is the GT character. I would actually really like to see Baby Vegeta. I think Baby Vegeta would be really cool, and have him, you know, like his level 3 where he turns into the Great Golden Ape and just kind of beats around for a little while. I think that would be a really cool thing to do. Are we going to get Baby Vegeta with the Golden Ape level 3? Probably not. But I really think that it would be a cool character because, you know, he's in a lot of it. He's in a lot of the GT episodes. So, I mean, there's a lot to pull from there. So I think he could be a really fun character, really interesting character. Maybe give him something kind of like Android 21's absorbs, because, you know, he absorbs people and kind of does all that kind of stuff. So maybe give him some kind of mechanic like that, but not exactly like 21's. So that way, you know, there's still some difference there. But I think Baby Vegeta would be a really, really cool character to have in here. So one other character that me and the lovely wife would think would be kind of fun in this game is Ranfan. So if you've never seen the original Dragon Ball, why are you playing this game? I'm joking. But anyway, Ranfan was in the first martial arts tournament that was ever put on, and she would beat her male opponents by basically getting naked. So she'd strip down to her lingerie and be all seductive, and then, like, you know, hit them when they're not looking, or hit them when they're all like, oh, what are you doing? This is scandalous. You know, so But she could be a fun character. But do I think she's going to be making it into this game? No, I do not think Ranfan's going to be making it in this game at all. Alright guys, so that is my wish list for Season 3 video. You know, overall, I'm excited. I mean, I love this game. I love this game. But, yeah, you know, things have been getting a little stale with the one balance patch. So, I think that the fact that Season 3 needs to happen for there to at least be some kind of a balance patch, for lack of better words, because, you know, hashtag nerf GT Goku. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding that bell for notifications, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you are looking forward to in Season 3, what characters you would like to see. If you agree with me on what I think needs to happen, or if you disagree with me and think that I'm a total idiot like my wife does sometimes, you know, put that down below too.
I don't think you're a complete idiot.
I mean, I married you, so I have to have some kind of brains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta suck up. But anyway, I've been the Real Agent B. Thank you very much for watching, but most importantly, have a great day.
Bye.